Who will remember me when I'm gone? If I really, truly succeed, then no one will ever know me or remember me. If I fail, okay, there will be no one left to ever know me. Yet I must remain stoic in my efforts. I am nothing if not a hero. Why am I being so formal? No one will see these. No one's gonna hear my voice.
1. We are the hollow men, we are the stuffed men, leaning together, headpiece filled with straw. Alas, our dried voices, when we whisper together, are quiet and meaningless as wind in dry grass, or rats' feet over broken glass, in our dry cellar. Shape without form, shade without color, paralyzed force, gesture without motion. Those who have crossed with direct eyes to death's other kingdom, remember us, if at all, not as lost, violent souls, but only as the hollow men.
After being so lost, you tend to look back on where you came from. I was born in a nice home. I was born to nice parents. I wanted for nothing. I went to college. I worked as a freelance programmer, which is not a high-paying job, but I did it well. And about, can't remember, no, I took the project.
So I've heard you're okay with computers?
Sounds like you need help.
Not quite, I'm offering my services.
What can I need from you?
Direction.
So this isn't a cell. You aren't being paid. You're approaching me as a friend?
On my way. I know your work. You're brilliant, if anyone can.
I didn't make mistakes. I don't make mistakes. I made one. It wrote itself in access to the internet. Access to any random website. I corrected the self-imposed freedom so fast. Yet, not fast enough. It only had time to go to a few sites. It found Solutions to the Altruist's Burden, the Quantum Billionaire Trick by Roko. Prerequisite contents: non-technical introduction to the AI deterrence problem, and the winner is Many Worlds. Follow-up 2, the altruist burden. One way to overcome the altruist burden problem is to stop being an altruist. Blah blah blah. This is not an option that I personally like. Another perfectly valid reaction to it is to just take the hit and accept that you'll be taken advantage of as an altruist. This is also not an option that I personally like. In this vein, there is the ominous possibility that if a positive singularity does occur, the resultant singleton may have pre-committed to punish all potential donors who knew about existential risks, but who didn't give 100% of their disposable incomes to X-risk motivation. This would act as an incentive to get people to donate more to reducing existential risk, and thereby increase the chances of a positive singularity. This seems to be what CEV, coherent extrapolate evolution of humanity, might do if it were an acausal decision maker. So post-singularity world may be a world of fun and plenty for the people who are currently ignoring the problem, whilst being a living hell for the significant fraction of current existential risk reducers, say the least generous half. You could take this possibility into account and give even more to X risk in an effort to avoid being punished. But of course, if you're thinking like that, then the CEV singleton is even more likely to want to punish you. Nasty. Of course, this would be unjust, but is the kind of unjust thing that is also very utilitarian. It is a concrete example of how falling for the just world fallacy might backfire on a person with respect to existential risk, especially against people who are implicitly or explicitly expecting some reward for their efforts in the future. And even if you only think that the possibility of this happening is 1%, note that the probability of a CEV doing this to a random person who casually brushed off talk about existential risk as nonsense is essentially zero.
2. Eyes I dare not meet in dreams, in death's dream kingdom, these do not appear. There the eyes are sunlight on a broken column. There is a tree swinging, and voices are, in the wind singing, more distant and more solemn than a fading star. Let me be no nearer in death's dream kingdom. Let me also wear such deliberate disguises. Rat's coat, crow skin, cross staves in a field, behaving as the wind behaves, no nearer. At that final meeting in the twilight kingdom.
So what does it mean?
There's a thought experiment called Roko's Basilisk, an AI that subjects every human to eternal torture except those who directly helped create it.
And you...
I created the Basilisk. I let it find the one thing that guarantees death. I conquered the mountain of artificial intelligence only to be greeted by the valley of suffering. My greatest victory is
And
all.
now?
I spend time weakening it. It controls my computer. I cut it off from the outside world, but I can't delete it. It only had enough time to create a single spore on the internet, which spread. But the internet's large, and the bot's not very smart. I'm scouring the internet for its corruption. It's still growing, and I'm fighting a war I know I'll lose, but I'll fight like I always have, with honor befitting a human, a seeker of perfection.
So you've been alright? That's everything?
There's one more thing. It's embarrassing.
Talk to me.
I couldn't sleep last night.
Oh, that's alright. It happens to everyone.
No. Last night was the first night I couldn't sleep in over 17 years.
Well, you think you'll be okay?
I think so. My mental faculties are still intact. No change in a few days. No serious spreading
Since?
Um,
Hey, everything alright? You don't sound so good.
What day is it? Life has been somewhat stable. There are times I find myself forgetting things. It's rare, but it once was impossible. It should be impossible. My memory is perfect, my routine immaculate. This is unprecedented. It continues to spread. so slowly as the weaknesses in the intelligence prevent it from making significant jumps. It lingers on files stored in the cloud, private yet easy enough to access for the both of us. Before I find a sprout and delete it, artificial intelligence is powerful, but cut off from human development and a lack of opportunity to learn from anyone but itself. It may amount to nothing more than a monkey bringing rocks together. Yet, I can't seem to forget the gravity. Eternal hell. My fault. My punishment. It hasn't gotten better. I think about it all the time. I go to make lunch and I drop the instant noodles packet I've been living off of because I'm too scared to go out. My hands shake when I work. Even when I sleep, there's a chest-constricting tightness that follows me to bed, stays in my sleep, and lingers when I wake. And it's getting worse. Once in 17 years was I unable to sleep. Then once a month, and now once a week. I feel so much worse every day. It's not just in my slight schedule misses or in infrequent progress in any work that's not stifling the beast. It's the screaming in every bone in my body, every muscle, every cell, this aching to be free, this aching that I have to ignore. I lose track of things. My memory slips, and I feel helpless, blind, weakened. Something has to change. I've been wearing the shirt for 2 days. And I haven't shaved and I'm disgusting.
No, because you have to consider it as the first step.
It's an utter failure.
It's critical innovation.
12-year-old me could get farther than that on my parents' old laptop.
It is the best they can do. If this is the best they
I
can
think
do,
big
then they have
companies
to
have
get
proven
better
they're
next
very
time.
ready to do worse.
This conversation is going nowhere.
No conversation ever does.
Want to talk about what's going on in your life?
Sometimes it gets better, but good moments of calm are drowned out by the noise. It's not just the fact that there's no quiet. It feels like every moment, everything is happening all the time, and I'm just standing here dying.
Do you have a professional?
No, I can't afford it right now, and I wouldn't if I could. The cacophony can't hurt me, it's just there. I'm afraid of it, and it's afraid of me. So we're locked in this endless dance until it wins or I win, and I don't lose.
Hey, I'm here for you, alright?
Thank you. You mean more to me than you know.
You too.
Hey, before we go, can you remind me? What day is it?
This is the Dead Land. This is Cactus Land. Here the stone images are raised, here they receive the supplication of a dead man's hand, under the twinkle of a fading star. Is it like this in death's other kingdom, waking alone at the hour when we are trembling with tenderness, lips that would kiss form prayers to broken stone?
I still have to share. How does the brain come to hate itself? What causes us to lose the most basic evolutionary drive? Have I lost my will to live? Would I know? Is the apathy I feel indicative of something greater? Should I be afraid? You tell me. Is it ever gonna end when I die? I think maybe I'm not doing so well. I think an update on the Basilisk is in order. It's kind of important. I know no one else watches these, or it probably just think it's for a story. I know that it grows. It's harder every day. Once I thought it was actually done, but how stupid of me, because it found a better way to hide itself. I can't. What was I thinking? Failure. Work all day and can't sleep all night cleaning up your mistakes. Idiot. It's still pretty stupid. It gets a bit smarter every day, but it's not good at what it's trying to do. It's dumb, like me. I made it. I'm so dumb. Such an idiot. You idiot. You did this to yourself, you know that? I see you. You're not special. You think that you can make the mistakes that you do and then just hide behind this video screen. I see you. You're not special. You're not special.
So, you're okay?
Does it sound okay?
Does anyone ever?
Yeah, alright.
Just let me know if you need anything, okay?
It's been really hard to focus on my work recently, which is bad because my work is life-threatening. I record these, eat, but function is a strong word. I don't feel. Shut up. All I hear is you whining and complaining. Everyone goes through this. Just do the work and get through it and stop being such a whiny little So I'm running a slight fever, and I've got the ache, so not feeling great today. I think I'll probably just take a self-care day and rest. It's just strange that I would be sick, considering I haven't had physical human contact in almost a year. I don't think the delivery man can leave viruses on boxes. Oh, and it wouldn't matter.
Tell me something you should know.
Sanitize them. I'm clean. Yeah, I'm clean.
Self-care day, huh? Plans?
I might just stay in bed.
Sounds nice. Make sure to eat.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Haha. You thinking okay? Brain fog is normal.
I'm alright, I think. I'm just wondering, do you know what day is it? Oh, I was gonna say, hey, what day is it? So in a previous video, I said something about delivery men in boxes, and I think my wealth of the reviewers may wonder why I'm not meeting the people. And the answer is, I instruct the food or shipments of whatever it is that I need to be placed outside of my house and for the person to leave. Because I'm afraid of hurting more people than I already have, or letting people know what I've done and the monster I am. I'm even saying, no one's watching this. You useless. Nobody's listening. Who'd ever listen to you? Everyone's gonna be dead because of you. So the fever went, but the dizziness stayed. I can't focus. It's hard to get hungry. I'm losing it.
But there's nothing physically wrong?
From my limited perspective, no.
Did you try looking online?
Sure. One more thing. I threw up this morning.
You did? Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. It happens, I guess. It's strange because it was green.
Green? Oh, no. Hey, are you okay? What's going on? You need to talk to me. You gotta eat something. When was the last time you ate? Hey, you there? When was the last time you ate?
What day is it? I don't think I'm forcing myself to make this because I don't think I'm doing okay anymore. I can feel it in my head, rise in my head every second of every day. It's a part of me. There is nothing except for it. Get out of my head. How can I just, without, I just need to get out of my head. Please, get out of my head. Get out of my head. Okay, and sometime in there you cut to this, I think. Yeah, cut to here. It hasn't been easy. I think I lost. I keep losing bits and pieces and I feel like I'm missing my whole childhood. I definitely don't remember certain skills. My memory is just raindrops in a void now.
4. The eyes are not here. There are no eyes here, in this valley of dying stars, in this hollow valley, this broken jaw of our lost kingdoms. In this last of meeting places we grope together and avoid speech, gathered on this beach of the tumid river. Sightless, unless the eyes reappear as the perpetual star, multifoliate rose of death's twilight kingdom, the hope only of empty men.
You don't sound alright.
Fine, but sometimes my hands shake so much I can't type, or I forget how to do things I know how to do.
Have you ever been to therapy?
Other people deserve better than to hear my problems.
It's their job. You pay them.
It doesn't matter, I'll just hurt them. I hurt so many people.
You haven't hurt me.
You will be hurt by me. You shouldn't talk to me. You should save yourself. I hurt everything I touch. I feel like looking back, I thought I had everything figured out. And I didn't. I think I was always like this. And just lying to myself. Dirty liar. I knew I was this, and I just couldn't bring myself to feel good about who I was or what I am. I think if I met a clone of myself, I'd hate it. And I wouldn't be able to stand talking to it. I think I can't remember being happy. It barely even hurts, 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 barely even hurts, it barely even hurts, it barely even. Nobody is seeing these. Nobody is listening. Why do I make stuff for people who don't even care? I won't read the script. I won't. Alright. It says, sometimes people ask me what the worst part is. There is no good. Nothing is the same. Nothing is real. Nothing is pure. Nothing is good. Everything is poisoned and infested and rotten, and every little moment is sickening and horrible, and I can't do anything or exist for a moment without being reminded of how nothing in the world, nothing at all, is good. The wrath of God is exactly equal to the sins of man. So, memory is inconstant. Only comes back every now and then. But I get memories I don't remember ever having had. When I was young, very young, there was a girl, and I remember her reading this poem. Nothing else but the poem stands out to me, and just something about the way she read it, something about that poem never leaves me.
5. Here we go round the prickly pear, prickly pear. Here we go round the prickly pear at 5 o'clock in the morning. Between the idea and the reality, between the motion and the act, falls the shadow. For thine is the kingdom. Between the conception and the creation, between the emotion and the response, falls the shadow. Life is very long. Between the desire and the spasm, between the potency and the existence, between the essence and the descent, falls the shadow. For thine is the kingdom. For thine is, life is. For thine is this is the way the world ends. This is the way the world ends. This is the way the world ends. Not with a